going to Patagonia in November for 3 weeks.
It's a destination that's always been on our list, and we hope this is only the first trip of many.
For this trip, we'll be sticking to northern Patagonia on the Chilean side.
For 3 weeks, we'll be camping, backpacking, and hiking in the wilderness along the Carretera Austral. Our clothes are going to get pretty dirty after so many hours on the trail. In case we don't have access to facilities to wash them, we need to refine our backcountry laundry method. We're packing minimally, so we don't want to bring anything extra solely to do laundry. This method uses a jet boil to heat water and 2 dry bags for washing and rinsing. I bought these bags at a closeout sale and they only cost me $7 each, so it's not a big loss if they wear out quickly. The dry bags must be turned inside out so the more durable exterior is used to hold the water. On my first try, I attempted to wash an entire change of clothes at once. This used up too much water and made it difficult to adequately rinse each article of clothing. Ideally, we'd be able to find river water or lake water to rinse a few times before washing and wouldn't have to use drinking water. For these tests, tap water from a reusable bottle is a stand-in. I alternate between adding hot and cold water. The hot water is always poured directly on the clothing and not on the dry bag. On my second try, I rinsed each article of clothing separately. This was much easier and used far less water. I was also able to dump out the water after particularly dirty items, like my socks. For both tests, I used dirty clothes that I had either worn for a few days of backpacking or had worn while running or doing yard work, so they were pretty dirty. The backpacking clothes were particularly dusty. After everything was rinsed, it was time for the wash cycle. I'm using Dr. Bronner's Castile soap, which is relatively biodegradable, but still needs to be disposed of responsibly. Ideally, we will do laundry while in an established campsite that has wastewater collection or showers. But when that's not possible, we'll be scattering used laundry water at least 200 feet from water sources. On my first try, it was again too difficult to effectively wash each item while everything was combined together in the bag. Though everything smelled nice and minty fresh, once they dried, parts of some clothes were entirely clean, especially the socks. On my second try, I washed each item separately, adding a few drops of soap to the water each time. Then I could make sure I washed the entire item and worked to remove any dirt stains. I did 2 washes for anything that was really dirty, like, you guessed it, my socks. Once everything was washed, it was back to rinse again before wringing each item out and setting it aside. A second rinse was needed for some items. I just poured fresh water over the top. I used the second bag to collect discarded water. I found this was easiest to gather the bag over the top of the pooled water and then invert quickly to dump it out. On the second try, I only used about 2.5 liters of water. That's about half as much as it took on my first try. So, were my clothes clean?
Not exactly, but they were less dirty and less smelly, and I think that's going to be enough for this trip.